Hey everybody, this is David B69 and welcome to MLB The Show 25 Phillies franchise. Um, had a really close, wonderful game against the Mets in the first game. Let's see how competitive this second one will be. Just never know. We're going to have Ranger Suarez go at it for the Phils. It says Clay Holmes will be pitching against us today. Max Kepler is kind of tired, so I want to put Evan Carter in left field for us today. Buxton is a little tired too, so I got Cal Stevenson to play center. And in doing that, got to mix up the righty lefties a little bit here. And that seems like appropriate amount of changes. So yeah, let's go. He's gonna play. JT plays.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill, Clay Holmes. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this, every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city, and you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers, they haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Fly ball to right. Soto gets under it. Makes the catch. One down. And now here is Harper.
Batting second, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. Holmes. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And that skips in the dirt.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
2-2 now. Stays alive. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
One down, base is empty. And now the count filled up 3-2. Ripped into right center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Alec
Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Ground ball left side, could be two. Lindor to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
So now it's Nolan Arenado.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate, under the Mendoza line so far this month.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
The count.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. There's the strike. The next offering misses. 1-2 the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Boom. The runner at first with 2 gone. In the air, right side. Soto puts it away, and that'll do it. 1 left for Philadelphia. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Right through there for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Brandon Nimmo, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Just missed.
Nope, upstairs.
Next offering is in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Here's Juan Soto. Inside. 1-0.
That's a ball.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
2 outs, bases empty. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Mark Vientos at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. A little bit low, and the count 1-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's...
Stevenson makes the catch. That is the inning. Mets leave 1, scoreless after 1. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. And the batter now, Evan Carter. Holmes back to work. Leaps it, he's got it. Over to first, and they get the out. Nick Castellanos at the plate
Right
now.
fielder Nick Castellanos.
Castellanos with a homer in his last game. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And it's off the batter's eye. He made him pay for that one. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
1 out, base is empty. Cal Stevenson now at the plate. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
One down. Digging in, JT Realmuto.
Ball 1, no strike.
In the dirt. Realmuto matched a homer in his last game. And a strike on the outside edge. Man at first, one away. And there's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, 2 away. This is Bryson Stott looking to rebound today. He was 0 for 4 last night. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
Next
Ball
pitch
back
is outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Stevenson off of first with 2 away. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Good job to fight that one off. Two outs. Pitch misses there, and now it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They take the force out, 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So the Phillies strike first with a solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Stevenson under it. And it's caught for the out. And now Francisco Alvarez. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. In there at the knees, 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Just
Nope, that's the ball.
missed. That's off the mark.
Outside.
It's 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jeff McNeil stands in, and that's too high. Hit on the ground to the right side. A sliding stop. Throw to the pitcher. It's there, and that's a great play. Offense held in check there. We played 2 full. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing. Top half of the
Leading
third
off for
inning.
the
Here's
Phillies,
Trey Turner.
Shortstop Trey Turner.
Turner, an all-star a season ago, a member of the 1,000 hit club, a former first-round pick back in 2014. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
0-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. That one
ball,
missed.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
The shortstop takes the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Here's Bryce Harper. That catches the corner.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
At the belt and fires. That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Siri makes the grab on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Boom. Down the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Designated hitter, Luis Angel Acuna.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1's the count.
Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ground ball to first. Harper steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Center fielder Jose Siri.
And now it's Jose Siri.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. And another ball. Outside. And now 3-0. And that's in for a strike. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. That just misses, and it's 1-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch. He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Nolan Arenado.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. On a line out towards center. Siri makes the grab. And a quick out number 1. Evan Carter getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
1-0.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
And strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
That one just misses.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
The 2-2. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. That's down and in. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Now batting.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. He's already homered in this game. This one high in the air to left center. Siri sizing this one up. And there are 2 down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Cal Stevenson. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, catcher JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto steps in. Went down on strikes his first time through. Popped in the air, left field. Nimmo makes the catch, and that is that. Phillies leave a couple, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at Citi Field, here's Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And that drops in for a strike. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Juan Soto now in there at the knees. It's 0-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage. I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab.
Now batting. Third
Mark
baseman,
Vientos
Mark
up now for the
Vientos.
Mets. Ball one, no strikes. Into center. Stevenson makes the grab, 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Alonso batting for the second time, and that's strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Two down, bases empty, but one run across. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And foul ball. Next offering upstairs.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. All even at 1 apiece. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
Phillies,
duel so
second
far.
baseman,
Here's how the
Bryson
starters have
Stott.
performed up to this point. Holmes back to work. Swing and a pop-up. Lindor makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Here's Turner now. 0 for 2 in this one. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So Harper stands in. 1 for 2. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Ground ball could be 2. Lindor over to second, over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. And we're back.
Leading
Now it's
off
going to
for the
be
Mets,
Francisco
catcher,
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
That misses the zone. Ball one.
Well, these Mets need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate
One
runs.
ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
1's the count.
Curveball drops in there.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
In the air, right field. Castellanos in position. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, designated
Luis
hitter.
Angel Acuna
Luis
up now for the
Angel
Mets.
Acuna.
And the pitch a little bit low. Ball one. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Way high.
2-1.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No play. That's an infield single.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So up next for New York, Jose Siri. Yeah, that's fouled off. There's the strike at the knees. Acuna off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. So 1 hit is all they get. We're through 5. All tied 1-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jose
Now
Buto.
pitching for
And
the
compared
New
to a
York
lot of
Mets.
other relievers, strikeouts have
Number
not
70,
been a big weapon for him this
Jose
year, so the defense should be
Buto.
active.
Boom. At the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty
0-1.
there. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Dedniel Nunez up and loosening in the pen. Minter getting loose as well. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
And a
2
sweeper
balls,
misses
2
for a
strikes.
ball. And that's a little high.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That
That's
one
ball 4.
misses.
Take your
So a
base.
leadoff walk.
Now batting, third baseman,
Go
Nolan
ahead run on
Arenado.
base. Here's Nolan Arenado. That one
Counts
ran
1-0.
inside, almost got him.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one
That's ball
close,
2.
ruled the ball. Now 2-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
High fly ball out to center field. Siri in position. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. And now for the Phillies, Evan Carter. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. And
That's a
another
ball.
ball.
No, he's really working him away, this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That's in for a strike at 95. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
2-2 count. We got full count.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
On the ground, a second, might be two. Off balance speed, there's one. And that's all they'll get. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. He's already homered here in this one. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Next pitch is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one missing inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching for
Back down for the bottom of the sixth, and there's
Number
a new pitcher on the
58.
mound, Tanner Banks.
Tanner Banks.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Lindor in the box again, takes a strike.
0-1.
Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Going 2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. In the air, out towards right center. Castellanos moves on it. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That one's in there. That's strike 1. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming.
No balls, 2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. That missed by a lot. Going to count 1 and 2. And a good eye there.
What's a good pitch there.
2 balls.
Really had
2
some
strikes.
run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fires to first in time.
Now that is.
And now it's
right
Juan
fielder,
Soto.
Juan Soto.
That one finds the corner. That's strike 1.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. All tied up here in the bottom of the sixth. And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Mets go down quickly. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Pitching. for the
Welcome
New York
back. We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
33.
A.J. Minter.
Well, he's been a really
A.J.
tough guy to take
Minter.
deep this season. You
Leading
usually
off
have to
for
string some hits
Philadelphia,
together in order to get to
center
him.
fielder Cal Stevenson.
And here it comes. Stevenson
Nope.
up to the
Ball
plate for the third time as he looks at one down
Ball
low.
1, no strikes.
Popped up. And that
ball's
drops foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside. And that's a little bit high.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Now batting catcher JT
Go-ahead run on base, and now it is JT Realmuto. And that is out of play. Line drive. He's got it. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
And now here is Bryson Stott. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball one. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Trey Turner with a chance now. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Reaches over the wall. And he's got it. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk. And that does it. Seventh inning stretch time.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. John McMillan. This is his fifth appearance of the year. So digging in, Mark Vientos. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
The count.
Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman Pete Alonso.
And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball.
0-1.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike three.
Well, that's the money maker right there. Two strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with two strikes and very difficult to lay off.
One away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. And that's a little bit high. And 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close.
Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Comes up empty.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 hit, 1 left. 8th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Now
Dedniel
pitching for
Nunez.
the New York Mets.
And we all know about his slider.
Number
It's just
72.
filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Harper in the box now. Takes strike 1. And fouled off. Outside
Ball.
low. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Outside with
that's
a breaking ball. Next offering upstairs.
That's a really good take.
Alec Bohm in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Up the middle. Lindor on to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Softly hit to third. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Pitch is in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Phillies down in order. Score remains tied 1-1.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Joe Ross.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Hitter, Luis Angel
Sliced
Acuna.
hard but foul. 0-1. Line drive, that's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's a 2-0. And there's a ball.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
On a second, they get 1. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Grounds 1 to short. Turner with the throw to first. Lindor retire. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. Nunez back to work. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch.
Nice
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now at the plate, Nick Castellanos. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. Raging back towards the wall. Makes the grab on a leaping play at the wall.
Well, that's the biggest play of this ball game. With that swing, they would have taken the lead and gone ahead. But a great job by the outfielder to get back to the wall, time it up, and make an incredible catch to perhaps save this ball game.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Cal Stevenson. Not
Counts
close
1-0.
with that one. 1-0. And he chases a high fastball there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Lindor, that's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching for
New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Matt Strom.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
And that one fouled off. That's a slider for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing, and he popped it up. Arenado under this one. Pulls it in for the out. Juan Soto will hit next. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Brings it in, 2 away down. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. Fouled off. He was late. Strom, 33 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of North Dakota. On the ground, out to short. Throws to first. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. We're in extras here. Here's the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Leading off for the Phillies, catcher JT Realmuto.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Sack bunt towards 3rd. Vientos whips it to first. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot.
Ball 1,
Now
no
a pitch
strike.
out, and perhaps they were protecting against the squeeze. Action in the Mets bullpen. Sean Reed Foley getting loose out there. Young, a left-hander, also throwing. Line to right, base hit. In to score is the runner from 3rd, and it's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from 2nd to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Trey Turner at the plate. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Stop at first, one gone. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that one gets past the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Boom. In the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Next offering upstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch.
That one drilled left field. And it one-hops the wall. 1 run is in. Nimmo quickly gets it back in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, David Peterson.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Nolan Arenado stands in for the Phillies. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run comes in from second, and they're up by 4.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Evan Carter. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Ground ball up the middle. Lindor. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So it's 4 runs for him on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Phillies 5 and the Mets 1. And on the mound is the closer, Yohan Duran.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. That one the other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-2. So, man aboard, Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground, and they can roll him up for 2.
2 strikes.
1 on, nobody out, a run in, and here in extra innings. That misses, and the count is 1-2. In the dirt. Stays alive. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Harper makes the grab, one away.
Now batting.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. On the ground to short, could be 2. The throw to second, the double play ends it right here.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
And yeah, another tight battle early on. Goes extras in back-to-back games. And then we just unloaded and were able to get the win. That's another victory against the New York Mets. And basically just putting them further and further back in the standings. And I'm a very happy camper because their starting pitching is kind of a pain to get through. But once you get to their bullpen and their closer and stuff, he's not what he used to be. Doesn't have that zip that he used to have. Turns out that the pregame thing, they were right about JT. He was a little off. He was 0 for the day. So that is what it is. But our pitching was superior. Gave up that 1 home run. And it turned out to be a difference for making it good extra innings. But in the overall game, it wasn't a big deal. Duran gave up that base runner in the 10th and basically helped get us the win. Strom getting his 3rd win of the season. So, love to see that. Ended up striking out 12 of the Mets. And, yeah. Very happy to say this, that we got another victory. So, until next time, this is David B69. I'm out. Peace.